Story 1 of 6. Gold Coast mother Maree Crabtree on trial for allegedly poisoning her son Jonathan with oxycodone-laced juice. Gold Coast mother Maree Crabtree on trial for allegedly poisoning her son Jonathan with oxycodone-laced juice. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Maree Mavis Crabtree is accused of murdering her 26-year-old son Jonathan Crabtree in July 2017 by giving him a fruit juice laced with prescription oxycodone. Maree Crabtree pleaded not guilty to charges of murder, and attempted fraud, superannuation death benefits claim, in Brisbane Supreme Court. Jonathan Crabtree was found dead in his bed on July 19, 2017, with signs of rigor mortis and blood pooling indicating he had been dead for hours before emergency services arrived at 10:08 a.m. Jonathan Crabtree suffered a serious brain injury in a car crash in 2015, leaving him with the cognitive capacity of a 6 to 8-year-old child, and had a history of drug abuse, including prescription oxycodone. Maree Crabtree had previously called police to the family home on March 4, 2017, for a domestic violence incident involving Jonathan threatening her with a shovel and arguing over money. But not all outlets told the same story. Article 2, ABC, states neighbor Gemma Buchholz claimed Maree Crabtree said Jonathan is like a potato, he has no life, I just want to put something in his drink so he will just not be here in 2017. But Buchholz later admitted she told police the comment was made in 2015 and the wording was slightly different. Jonathan is a dud and I just want to slip something in his cup. Article 5, News Kamau, claims Tara Crabtree testified her mother prepared a drink with 5 to 10 bottles of Oxynorm, while Article 6, News Kamau, states Tara said she want Ed to say 5 to 10 bottles but was unsure, implying uncertainty in the exact quantity. Article 4, News Kamau, states Maree Crabtree told police the doctor suggested Jonathan might end up in a geriatric facility, but Article 9, ABC, says the prosecution will argue the doctor did not bring up alternative living arrangements, and Maree Crabtree did. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au. Story 2 of 6. Ben Robert Smith charged with war crimes in Afghanistan. Ben Robert Smith charged with war crimes in Afghanistan. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Ben Robert Smith was arrested at Sydney Domestic Airport on April 7, 2026, after arriving from Brisbane on a Qantas flight, QF515. Robert Smith was charged with 5 counts of war crime, murder, relating to alleged killings of unarmed Afghan civilians and detainees between 2009 and 2012. The charges stem from a joint investigation by the Australian Federal Police, AFP, and the Office of the Special Investigator, OSI, which began in 2021. Robert Smith was awarded the Victoria Cross in 2010 for his actions during the Battle of Tizak in Afghanistan. Robert Smith lost a defamation case in 2023, where a federal court judge ruled that on the balance of probabilities, he was involved in the murder of 4 unarmed Afghan men. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and ABC state Robert Smith was arrested at Sydney Domestic Airport, but some sources imply he was arrested to avoid a more diverse jury in Brisbane. The SMH and ABC mention Robert Smith was not handcuffed during his arrest, while other sources do not specify this detail. The Edge and SMH describe Robert Smith's arrest as occurring on April 7, 2026, but some articles mention the arrest happened on April 6, 2026, due to time zone differences. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, news.com.au, SBS News, Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 3 of 6. Hidden cameras found in Horsham Town Hall change rooms spark police investigation and event cancellations. Hidden cameras found in Horsham Town Hall change rooms spark police investigation and event cancellations. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Victoria Police executed 2 search warrants at Horsham Town Hall on April 2, 2026, seizing mobile phones, computers, and storage devices for forensic examination. A person of interest in the investigation has been stood down from their job at Horsham Town Hall but has not yet been interviewed by police. Horsham Rural City Council, HRCC, cancelled and postponed multiple events at Horsham Town Hall, including Cameo Rascals Cirque Nouvelle, scheduled for April 17, 2026, and rescheduled others as far into the future as June 2026. Police are urging anyone who may have used the change rooms at Horsham Town Hall during performances to contact Crime Stoppers on 1800-333-000. Horsham Mayor Brian Clouse issued a statement apologizing to those affected and confirming the council is working with Victoria Police on the investigation. But not all outlets told the same story. Article 4, ABC, states that an independent security consultant conducted a second sweep of the town hall on April 16, 2026, while Articles 1 to 3, ABC and Newscomau, do not mention this second sweep until later in the timeline. Article 1, ABC, mentions that the council became aware of the breach on April 1, 2026, while Article 4, ABC, states that a staff member reported suspicious activity on April 1, triggering the investigation. Article 3, Newscomau, does not mention the specific cost of the second security sweep, $5,000 to $10,000, or the date it occurred, unlike Article 4, ABC. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au. Story 4 of 6. The World's 10 Most Charming Villages, +5 in Australia, Travel Guide. The World's 10 Most Charming Villages, +5 in Australia, Travel Guide. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Gruyères, Switzerland has a population of 2,205 and is known for its medieval fortifications, famous cheese, and pre-alpine landscapes. Lunenburg, Canada has a population of 2,396, is a UNESCO-listed fishing village founded in 1753, and features brightly painted houses and a fisheries museum. Hongzuan, China has a population of 1446, is a UNESCO-listed village with Ming and Qing dynasty architecture, and costs 104 Chinese yuan, $21, for a 3-day entry pass. Kuroka Onsen, Japan has a population of 400 to 500, is a car-free spa village in Asokuju National Park, and offers onsen baths costing 600 to 800 Japanese yen, $6 to $8 each. Penglipuran, Bali, Indonesia has a population of 1026, is a UNESCO-listed cultural village surrounded by bamboo forest and coconut palms, and charges 50,000 Indonesian rupiah, $5, for entry. But not all outlets told the same story. Both articles are identical, so there are no contradictions between sources. This story was covered by Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 5 of 6. Prince Harry and Meghan visit Australia, meet Bondi terror attack survivors and attend public events. Prince Harry and Meghan visit Australia, meet Bondi terror attack survivors and attend public events. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Prince Harry and Meghan met survivors of the 14th of December, 2025 Bondi beach terror attack at the Bondi Surf Bathers Life-Saving Club on the 17th of April, 2026. Survivor Elon Zeiser, 40, was shot 6 times while shielding his children during the attack and met Harry and Meghan at the club. The couple visited Sydney as the final leg of their 4-day Australian tour, which began in Melbourne on the 14th of April, 2026. Harry and Meghan attended a Super Rugby Pacific match, NSW Waratahs vs Moana Pacifica, on the 17th of April, 2026 to conclude their tour. Meghan will deliver a speech at an exclusive Sydney retreat in Coogee on the 17th of April, 2026, with tickets starting at $2,699. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian states Harry and Meghan are visiting Australia in a private capacity and avoiding open meet and greets, while ABC does not explicitly mention this distinction. The Guardian notes tickets for Harry's Melbourne speech ranged from $1,000 to $2,400, but ABC does not specify ticket prices for the event. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 6 of 6. U.S. ICE Acting Director Todd Lyons resigns amid backlash over Trump-era immigration crackdown. U.S. ICE Acting Director Todd Lyons resigns amid backlash over Trump-era immigration crackdown. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Todd Lyons, Acting Director of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, will resign at the end of May 31st, and move to the private sector. Lyons has led ICE since March 2025 as acting director. ICE agents fatally shot 2 U.S. citizens, Alex Pretty and Renee Good, in Minneapolis in January 2026, sparking nationwide protests. Markwayne Mullin, Department of Homeland Security, DHS, Secretary, announced Lyons' resignation in a statement on April 17, 2026. Lyons began his career with ICE in 2007 as an agent in Texas. ABC says Dallas, Guardian says Texas. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC states Lyons began his career in Dallas, while The Guardian says he started in Texas, unspecified location. ABC reports Lyons was Executive Associate Director of ERO in March 2025, while The Guardian does not specify a start date for his acting directorship beyond March 2025. The Guardian mentions a Fox News poll showing 6 in 10 voters disapprove of ICE's performance, while ABC does not reference this specific poll. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian.